we doing? BWK81, what is up? We're building the PC today. All right. Oops. Mox Huey, what's up? KFX. Adepa, Eric Brima, how we doing? Wait, it says something logged out. Hold on, hold on. All right, I think we're good now. What up, Trogs? Sorry, Automod, gotcha. You just call me Red. Apparently, it doesn't like the doesn't like me saying redneck. Hopefully that chat will work now. Trogs, can you drop another comment for me real quick? I just want to make sure it's working on Meld. Yes, there we go. I know. The auto mod on the platform is a little funky. Shows you how good AI is, you know. All right, we're here. We're back. Yeah, we've got a pretty good build today. What up, Ian? Welcome in. How the Ryzen prices there? Sucky, terrible, just like everywhere else. I have a decent little stock of RAM, but you know, it won't take long for that to disappear if people are buying more PCs. So we'll see how that goes. What up, Richard? No, it definitely doesn't know the difference between anything. It's pretty dumb. Oh well. Culture, what's up? Thank you for joining. Tim's, Kahiro, Jay, Fearless Ben, Activius, Clinton, what's up? Took your first trip to a Micro Center. Dude, aren't they so cool? Dude, Micro Centers are sweet. I'm definitely gonna make a trip down to Micro Center when I go down to Texas in a couple weeks. All right, so let's talk about today's build though. So we've got pretty awesome. This is an all AMD build. Again, I know we've done a couple of these recently, but the AMD GPUs right now are just so much better price to performance right now. All the higher end, especially Nvidia cards, besides like the 5070, went up in price a ton, whereas the AMD cards went up in price a little bit, but a lot less. So we've got the Ryzen 7 9700X. We've got a 9060 XT 16 gig. We've got 2 terabytes of storage, individual 1 terabytes. We've got a 32 gig kit of RAM, 850 watt power supply, B850 motherboard. We got a big old honkin' Thermalright air cooler, and then all this is going inside of the Thermal Take 270. 3-hour trip to Chicago, but well worth it. Did you buy some stuff, or did you just look around? N1C with the follow, thank you. Appreciate that. You guys, we are so close on TikTok to being fully monetized. Just making sure the auto mod wasn't grabbing something it shouldn't have. We are like probably less than a week away from being fully monetized on TikTok. Meaning like if I post videos over a minute long, I'll be able to actually start making money on them, which will be super cool. All right, so that's today's build. Pretty awesome. It's gonna be a really solid build. let's just get into it. Let's just get started. Let's have some fun. In love with the Phantom Spirit 120. Yeah, I mean, honestly, everything Thermalright makes is just top tier. Built a Wifi PC, went in with a $1,500 budget, spent $2,700. Nice. You've built 3 PCs from parts from trade, all for less than 10 bucks. Oh, okay, yeah, DDR3, yeah, that makes more sense. All right. Yeah, none of these things that you see me build are cheap. Well, I mean, you know, some of them are very reasonably priced, but not like ultra cheap. And I don't sell PCs with used parts unless like the customers buy them themselves and ask me to build it for them, because it's just not worth the headache of liability, you know. Stuff goes wrong and then I have to like pay to ship it back to me and try and fix it and replace it and then ship it back, but it doesn't have warranties because it's not new. All the things. New Zealand is it's too expensive to buy stuff brand new. Honestly, I think that's kind of everywhere right now. Like some stuff is not too bad. Like some stuff hasn't really gone up in price. Like you can still get motherboards and power supplies and CPUs for, you know, MSRP, but man, the RAM and SSDs will get you, and GPUs are starting to go up in prices again. It's crazy. I'm sure she loves it though, Trogs. I'm sure she does. All right, MSI B850. Let's get our 9700X in here. Sideways, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, we are like, I think we're like 700 or 800 followers away right now from 10K, which is what you need to get into the creator incentive program on TikTok. So I'm really excited. I had one random video from CES absolutely blow up because I think most people hated the product that I was looking at. And yeah, so we've gained a bunch of followers from it, so I'm not complaining. I don't care if they don't like the product. I thought it was cool. We actually went with an Nvidia 5050. I feel your 1080p picture is far better than 2K and your 6900 XT. Really? I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of FPS you're getting. If you're not getting above like 120, 140 FPS and have like medium settings, 1440p isn't gonna feel nice. You know, 9700X been very popular recently. It's a really good kind of middle ground, you know. Like if you want to be able to do gaming and streaming on it, you can do that. You know, it's significantly cheaper than, you know, one of the X3D products. So yeah, it's a good spot to shoot for. Gosh, why is that thing so terrible? There we go. There we go. Now I got it. Daughter soccer practice. Check back when you get home. All right, I bet. Appreciate you, dude. Yeah, the 9700X is just, it's a great CPU. And, you know, having the extra 2 cores versus like the 9600X helps a lot with like workstation type stuff too. All right, so we got 2 of these 1 terabyte SSDs from Lexar. It's actually really good quality stuff. And they're quick. They're quick. All right. Come on. The little standoff. There we go. The little standoff was supposed to kind of just like pop over to the side when you push it down, but it kept just like squeezing down instead of popping open. All right. There we go. So we got our 2 SSDs in there. Let's work on our, not AIO, our cooler. thing is a beast. It's got a thin fan and a thick fan. All right, let's get our mounting hardware out here. Okay, there's our AMD stuff. Don't know if we need that. Okay, there's our AMD brackets. And got our splitter and our fan holders. And that's our Intel backplate. We don't need that. All right, cool. Stick that down there for now. All right, let's get our screwdriver out here. Yeah. Okay. All right, and then that bolts right in, so we don't need the rest of this. And usually these go towards center. Yes, they do. All right, so these guys are gonna go like that. And you just go right through it. Start screwing it down. Roji, Reconciled, James, Curtis, AGL, not Bert. Thank you guys for joining the stream. We're just here building the PC. All right, so we got that. All right, this is gonna go like this. That feels very centered to the right, but I don't think we can go this way. Actually, we totally can. I'm gonna go that way. This way, we're not covering the memory. So if for whatever reason the memory ever needs to get replaced, this won't be blocking it. Perfect. Let's get stuff to install or add some thermal paste. Yo, thank you for all those likes. What up, Koi Gaming? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I'm just gonna keep saying it all day, but we are really, really close to 10K on TikTok, which unlocks the creator incentive program, which means I can make money on my videos on TikTok. So, you know, anyone who happens to be watching, I would not be upset if you followed. You know, obviously I want people to follow every platform, but that was way too much thermal paste, but that's okay. vacuum it off. You don't have to worry about if a little bit of this stuff squeezes out or anything. It's non-conductive. So, no big deal if that happens. I really put a lot of thermal paste on there, didn't I? You don't really need to take all this off because it's all going to get squeezed out, but there's no reason to have tons and tons on there to get squeezed out, you know? All right. Wow, nothing on my fingers? That's incredible. It's a Christmas miracle. What up, Annette? What up, Austin? Great name. Love that. It's my name, too. I used other monitor and nothing used cables, HDMI, nothing. Why my old GPU will work and my 6700 XT doesn't? What GPU did you have before? Also, please don't use all caps. What up, Trogs? You're already following? It's okay. Audio sounds so clean over here. Way cleaner than Kick. Really? It's the exact same audio feed. There's no difference between them. Like, it's all just through meld. There's no difference. You might have to, like, adjust it. So I know Kick sometimes will, like, you have to, like, or you have to manually change your quality. I don't know if that's just video quality, but it could also affect the audio quality. So you might like auto set it or like manually set it to like 1080p. See if that makes it sound better. Peel your cooling solution, chat. Yes, please do that. I know I made a funny video about not doing it like a while ago, but don't do it. Take that peel off. No, you definitely don't need to go to TikTok. I was just saying for the people that are watching on TikTok, if they didn't mind following, so that I can get up to 10K, I would very much appreciate it. All right. So is there a difference between these? Yes, but it's all written in Chinese. Is there a difference between any of these? Doesn't seem like there is. This one is different from these two. I'm gonna guess that this one is for the small fan. I know what you're thinking. I could look it up. You're right. I could look it up. But what's the fun in that? What's the fun in that? It's not that one. Does it want me to use it on this side? Okay, so that one's way too deep. Oh, it's totally this one. Cool. What up, Mr. Rainbow? How we doing? Saw the best Godzilla show on Apple TV. Literally the best I've ever seen in my life. Monarch Monsters. Interesting. It's like actual Godzilla? You just installed the same cooler? It's a great cooler, man. It was pretty cheap. Definitely capable of keeping a 9700X cool. Why did I let that stick to my glove? Thank you. What up, Nero? How we doing? Thoughts on Cougar Airface 180? I don't know. I've never actually used any of Cougar's cases, to be honest. There we go. That could go a little higher, I guess. There, that's pretty good. Run that back that way. Get our big fan. Combines all the movies into one show. Interesting. Turbocat, Kurt Russell and his son, and some other actors. Oh, interesting. That's cool. This is a thick boy fan. It's a thick boy fan. KP, Jordan, what's up? Ryan, King Kong, Wyatt, Brainbee, Julius Wyatt again. What's up? How we doing? All right. There we go. Got our fans installed. Plug that in real quick. These guys are gonna go into here, just like that, and like that. Cool. Okay, let's get our RAM in here. $300. It's your first build? Nice. Those retentions sound thick. The CPU cooler is a Thermalright Royal Knight. If you type in ! specs, you should be able to see the full spec list of the system too, if you're curious. All right, 32 gigs of RAM. Didn't have a very satisfying click, but it's in there. All right, 32 gigs, done. Drink some water. $300 for 2 sticks of RAM's a bargain. Yeah. I mean, it kind of is right now, but... kind of is right now, unfortunately. Alright, let's get this guy off here. Okay. Get that side panel off. Get the other side panel off. Nope, they're not finger tight. $3060 Ti Ryzen 5 3600. Should you go for 1440p? I mean, you might be able to do okay at 1440p with DLSS on games. But I guess if those have DLSS 4 now, you probably could. I don't know how that gaming experience is gonna feel. If it's like a cinematic type game, it'll probably feel fine. If it's like an FPS game, I would say just play it at 1080p. Where's the end of this thing? It's over here. Okay, and then I'm gonna learn my lesson today, you guys. I'm gonna learn my lesson. Before I put the motherboard in there, I'm gonna put the CPU power cable in there because that thing is gonna be a pain to reach once the motherboard is installed with that giant air cooler in the way. Silica gel, don't eat. Okay. All right, let me find CPU power around here somewhere. There we go, CPU power. Okay, not gonna need that for a little while either. Dude, stop commenting in all caps. Did you update your driver? Man, I can't diagnose stuff for you live on stream. Like, I can try and help ideas, but there we go. What up, Rix? Yeah, shoot your question. Your old GPU works fine in that upgraded system? Like, since you upgraded the other stuff, you've booted it up with your old GPU and it works? What power supply do you have? Yeah, do you have your HDMI connected to the GPU, not the power, or not the, or do you have the HDMI connected to the GPU and not your motherboard? Because it's definitely not going to work if you connect to your motherboard. That one doesn't have an iGPU. You just built in the Montech XRB. Pretty nice case. It is a great case. This is essentially like Thermaltake's version of the Montech XR. Like, it's pretty much identical. 700 watt. 700 watt should be plenty for that. I would do a DDU uninstall. Put your old GPU in there. Do a DDU uninstall of your old GPU driver. Install or download the new GPU driver, and then like don't install it yet, and then put your new GPU in, and then see if you can get if you can install the new GPU driver in it. I've had that happen when switching between different brands of GPUs, where I had to like clear CMOS, DDU uninstall the GPU driver, stuff like that. Full Lacoza with the follow. Thank you. The heck? What do you mean you hear it booting to Windows too? Like you get the Windows boot up key like sound, like the doo-doo. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can tell you to do just while I'm live. That's all the things that I would initially think to do. All right, there we go. No, if the HDMI cable, that's usually an issue with the monitor. So if he was previously using that same HDMI cable, and he wasn't having any flickering or anything on the monitor, then it should be fine. There we go. Probably should have undid this little twist tie first. power cable through there. Cool. I think what I'm gonna do here, throw one quick zip tie right here. And we'll pull this to the back. Just like so. All right, there we go. So got all that stuff sorted out. Let's work on these cables. Like when I go and click on the sleep mode, it doesn't go to sleep mode normally. Our usual thing would happen after pressing sleep mode is that everything turns off except the RAM keeps active. Yeah, your system doesn't fully shut down in sleep mode. It keeps the session alive. So like nothing fully shuts down. Like a bunch of the like fans and everything, all that stuff will shut down, but the internal components are not like fully shut down or anything. Tried like 100 troubleshooting and nothing. This one just breaks on me all the way. I couldn't fix it. Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head. Like, you've tried most of the stuff that I would have tried up front. Okay, it's HDMI or HD to USB-C. Jeez, can't think right now. Where is USB 3? Down below. Okay, USB 3 is down here. Oh yeah, because this is a tight corner, huh? Okay, got that. Nice, nice. And then we just need front panel. That's gonna be over here. Just like that. Okay. All right. Well, let's work on all of these cables. Because there's a lot of them. They're all ridiculously long. There's a million twist ties in them. Grab some cable ties. Want to build mine, but I'm going to pay someone? Hey, I mean, if you're in the US, hit me up. I can ship outside of the US, but between shipping and taxes, it gets expensive real fast, so. As much as I would love the business, I would say you're better off probably finding someone locally if you live outside of the US. And locally just means someone in your country. Got all that in there. Nice and tidied up. Whew. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, I build great PCs. I use good quality stuff, great customer service, but, you know, teach their own. And you can watch it being built live on stream. You could be famous for a day. Not that I'm famous. Just kidding, guys. Lev, thank you for the follow. Nero, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you guys. Or subscription. Subscribe. Meld just shows everything as a follow, even though I know it's called a subscription over there, but is this an air filter? Huh? Is what an air filter? The thing I'm building? This is a computer, bro. Okay. Let's get our RGB and PWM stuff in here. Cool. RGB. Cool. Decided to get a 9060 XT. Make sure you check for 8 or 16 gigs of VRAM. Does make a difference. I mean, either one is still a good card. You just gotta, you know the difference in what they cost. Like, I have a system, the one ready to ship build on my website has a 9060 XT 8GB, and it actually performs pretty well in at 1440p. It definitely is the bottleneck, like, versus the CPU, but I was pretty impressed with how good it did at 1440p. Yo, Astro Kid, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Always good to see a redneck building a PC. That's right. What up, Rytech? Mr. Rytech is sicky today. He's a sicky boy. He said, and I quote, "I'm dying." So like he probably has like a cold, because you know, guys, we don't deal well with being sick, but you know, whatever. To be fair, he told me his symptoms, and I was like, that is the exact same thing I had at like right after Christmas, and I was out for the count for like a week. So I can't really blame him for saying he's dying. Accurate. All right. Got those cables cleaned up a little bit. Worst case of the sniffles ever. Bro, same. Yeah, I couldn't breathe through my nose for like almost 2 weeks after that. And then it finally got better, and then I got sick like a week and a half later. Again, with like the same thing, like sinus infection stuff. So dumb. No real fever the second time around, but I was like, didn't I just get over this? Can't we be done with this? All right. Maybe terminal. It's one time a band cam. Not sure that fits here, Mr. Rainbow. Not sure that quote fits here, Mr. Rainbow. What? There we go. No, I lost it. Such tiny corners. Such sausage fingers. Yes, we got it. Why am I sweating, you guys? Why am I sweating? Yo, 163, thank you so much for all those likes, dude. Appreciate that. All right. Got all that in there. Mischief managed. And I'll leave that up for now. Let's get the rest of our power cables in here. Alrighty. Oh, you are gonna game tonight? Alright. We'll see what the wifey says. All right, we need PCIe. Got another PCIe. I think we only need one of them though. Is there one that doesn't have a daisy chain thing on it? Nope. Okay. That's fine. We'll make it look nice. It's a Buffy quote. What's her name kept saying it all the time. Isn't that from, I thought it was from American Pie or something. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll start doing software on this afterwards and play some games while I do it, you know? Maybe we'll do that. Boom. Motherboard power. Done. Let's get the GPU out here real quick. Look how cute this little GPU is, guys. Look how tiny it is. It's just a baby. Gotta be on a schedule like that. Check up with the missus and see what she says about gaming. I like that. I mean, I'm at home, so not like I can get away with it. Even if I just wanted to game and didn't say anything, she'd be like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing up here?" Like, nothing? Nothing? Birth of Mac HD, thank you for the follow. Subscribe thing. Whatever it's called. Oh, no slot cover on this thing. It's kind of crazy. It's pretty wild behavior out of this is Sapphire, I think. Yeah, Sapphire. Okay. Yep, one power cable. Cool, 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 cool. We only need one of these. Waiting for Avalon so you can start grinding again. What up, Bernard? How you doing? Thank you for the follow. Again, guys, if you're on TikTok, we are like 800 followers away from being fully monetized over there, meaning like if I make videos longer than a minute, I will make money off them, assuming they do well. You know, if I get 500 views, I'm probably not going to make money on that. At least nothing real. But, you know, if we make good videos on TikTok and they blow up, I can make money. Crazy, right? So I need you guys to all follow so that I can get rich off every 300 video view I get. 300 view video, that one. It's a Sapphire Pulse 9060 XT 16 gig. Cool. Cool beans. Okay. This GPU is pretty short. Yeah, so we're not gonna run, we're gonna run this through here. Like that. gentle like. Okay, got that through there. Let's throw in a couple of zip ties. What's the difference between that one and the 3-fan one? It's the same card, like the internals of it is exactly the same, just a different heatsink. So the 3-fan model is going to be a little bit better thermally, like it's going to be able to keep itself cooler a little bit better. But yeah, that's about it. All I can do is watch since I can't afford it since birth. Hey, I'm happy to have you watching, even if you can't buy one. I'm sorry about that. Starting right now. What up, Mean Dean? How much it will cost you to build that kind of PC? This one, it was in the like 2000 something range. One sec. 1 second, please. 2,300 bucks. That's shipping, taxes, all the things. Build cost. The biggest thing right now with the like this could have been like a probably $1,900 PC not too long ago, but RAM and SSD prices are insane right now. Like this kit of RAM, this kit of 32 gigs of RAM in September, 100 bucks, maybe 95 bucks. Right now, I got these for around 310. This SSD last summer would have been 60 bucks, maybe 70 bucks. Now they're like $130 and there's 2 of them. So it's, yeah. The world is crazy right now. Really? In the Philippines? Is that where you're at? Praying Avalon is amazing. You're gonna make 800 new accounts and follow. Don't do that. But you want to cut? I think we'll get it without you doing that, so maybe don't. What's the difference between that one? I already read that. Just upgraded my GPU from the 1650 to the 5050. What do you think? I have never looked at a comparison of those 2 GPUs, to be honest. It should be a nice little jump in performance. It's not going to be like, you know, mind-blowing, I don't think, but it should definitely make a difference. And now you have access to like DLSS and stuff too. Goofy just resubscribed at a tier 1. Let's go. What up, Goofy? It just runs cooler, so it's a bit better. But Pulse 9060 is already running cool. Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of these GPUs have gotten so efficient that like it doesn't matter so much. And this is it's a 60 card, right? Like it's not a 9070, it's not a 5080. Why is that not going in? That's open. We're in the slot. You getting stuck on something? There we go. Apparently I was getting stuck on something, I guess. I don't know. But we didn't break it, don't worry. Yeah, the 3-fan model could be a little bit quieter for the same performance. 2-fan models are really nice if you have like a small form factor build. So then you can get like the same sort of performance, but in a nice tiny build. Oh, I almost forgot. There's another piece of plastic. Double plastic over the sapphire logo. It's very important. Very, very important. All right. Get our GPU power cable here. I'm so used to, I built for like 2 years with the rear camera over my right shoulder, and it still kind of throws me off. Because it means I kind of have to do some stuff left-handed. I'm a little bit ambidextrous, but I'm not like super ambidextrous. And I prefer to do things with my right hand if I can. All right, so got that. Let's get a nice thick boy zip tie on here. With Micro Center deals, that was a $1,100 build in October minus taxes and fees. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had a Micro Center, man. I wish. I'm definitely gonna buy some stuff at Micro Center when I go to Texas in like a week and a half. Loot Fest is coming up. You guys didn't know? Okay, it's all plugged in. It's GPU cable. Let's grab one more cable tie here, just to kind of keep it from loosening up too much. Here we go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a PC. Look at these cool see-through blue. Bro, taking me back to the 2000s. All right, chat, what do we think of this? What do we think of that? Here, let me cut this off so it's not blinding the camera. It's a minimal RGB build. He didn't want a ton of RGB. He said he wanted, you know, nice and simple. No, let's, hold on. There. Now it won't freak out anymore. Nice simple build, perfect for gaming. You can even stream on it. What do we think? After building that PC, what would you do with it? Are you going to use it or someone ordered? This is a customer order. Pretty much anytime if you guys see me live on stream building a PC, it is a customer build. I'm working on some like ready to ship systems on that are gonna be on my website, and we might even be selling on jawa.gg here soon. So you might see some more of me doing like a build that doesn't have a customer, you know, predetermined before I built it, but anything you see me building on stream is destined to go to a customer. The 9850X 3D Mobo and RAM combo for $699 was so good. Yeah. Would a 9600X be better value? If you're just gaming for like a system like this, 9600X is perfect. You don't need more than that. Maybe $1,300, 9070 with 32 gigs was $420 for a while. Yeah. I have a 6750 XT 3-fan Merc card. We're trying to figure out what to do with it. There's not really a GPU shortage at the moment. GPU prices are going up a little bit, so like used GPUs could, you know, you could get a few more bucks now than before. So it could be worth selling it now. Does AIO ARGB lighting is enough? The case I got has 5 reverse fans with it, but it's non-ARGB, kind of waste buying more fans. No one sells with no fans version at your place. I think it would be enough because you'll have RGB on the cooler itself in the center, and then you could have RGB on the top. You could get like RAM or a GPU that has RGB, or maybe even the motherboard with RGB to add a little bit more if you want. And I think it'll still look great. I mean, like, you know, it's up to you. If you like it, who cares what other people think, right? They do still have really great bundles right now. I'm probably gonna buy like a 7600X 3D bundle or something like that. I don't know if they'll let me buy more than one, but we'll see. Yeah, Thermalright makes great stuff. You can get a Thermalright 360 millimeter RGB AIO for like 54 bucks. And that's like their newest model. I think you have like aquarium lighting from Top Only. Yeah, it'll still look good. Is that card better than the 7900 XTX? No. It's faster. It's faster, but it likely will not get you better FPS, especially at like 1440p or 4K, because the 7900 XTX has 24 gigs of RAM, VRAM, and a lot more a lot more cores. Okay, who's ready to, usually one per customer per trip for bundles? I mean, I can go once on one day and again on another day and then again on another day. We'll see. Who's ready to see this bad boy fire up? If you earn money for this live, can you make a giveaway? I don't make that much money live. My live streams do not make a lot of money. I smell 1050 Ti build in the future. From me? I don't build with used parts, so I don't think you're gonna find me building anything with a 1050 Ti. All right, who's ready to see this bad boy fire up? Who's ready for it? Rory's ready for it. Anybody else? Lily, thank you for joining. Mean Dean, thank you. Yeah, throw in some emojis, chat. Throw some emojis so I know you're alive. Dana, thank you for joining the stream. Lily, thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate that. AC Tech, Tainer, Cross Chase, Honesty, up top, Superhero, amazing. Big On, Justin Hunt. Yo, Vertigo with the follow. Thank you so much. Got 6 new follows on TikTok today. All right, so as a quick reminder, here's what we got in this build. We've got a Ryzen 7 9700X, 32 gigs of $1 million Kingston Fury DDR5 RAM. Got an 850 watt power supply, 9060 XT 16 gigabyte, 2 1 terabyte SSDs. Got the MSI B850 motherboard, big old Thermalright air cooler, and we've got the Thermaltake View 270 Plus TG ARGB. Can you believe I actually memorized that? It's crazy, right? All right, first ever power on, here it is. Give you a gold medal for your build. Thank you. I'll take it. Yo, what up, Leatherneck? How we doing, dude? I know, isn't that a nice little build, Leather? Nice little build. Spicy. How do we feel about that, chat? How do we feel about that? Simple, elegant, tasteful RGB. 262 Cigar is going to have a custom 5-pack there just for Loot Fest. I'm definitely going to grab one. I saw that they have a booth this year. I was like, I need to swing by. Luckily, I'm like right across from them, so I will definitely be visiting. I will definitely be getting some 262 cigars for sure. Toasted marshmallow? Interesting. It's not like a sweetened, it's not like a sugar rim or sugar coated or anything like that, right? That's just the name. Okay, good. I was like, I couldn't imagine you actually promoting one of those, but I had to ask. Quick question, I just joined, so I'm curious. Why not use an AIO? I use AIOs a ton. This customer didn't care, and they were trying to keep their budget as low as possible while still getting good performance. So we were able to save like 30 bucks, 50 bucks by going with an air cooler. And he didn't really want he didn't really want like, you know, a bunch of RGB or anything. So like the only RGB that's in the system is the pre-installed fans. So we tried to keep the price as low as we could to, you know, make sure he got as much performance out of what we were billing him for it, you know. But a 240 AO in that case and it didn't do it for you. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Like this case is perfect for a budget system where you don't need more than a 240, but it does kind of like, it makes you want to put a 360 in it, right? Like it's wide enough that like a 360 in it looks really nice. But I use this a lot in like more budget friendly systems where like at most we're putting a 240 in it because there's no reason to put anything bigger. Yeah, Jesha, this is pretty much anytime. If you see me live on stream building, it's for a customer. Or it might be like a pre-configured build or something that we're planning to sell. But a lot of times it's stuff that like a customer like custom ordered it or they ordered it off the site and then I built it and I ship it out for them. Yep, so anytime you see me live, I'm 99% of the time building a customer PC. The 240 looked kind of awkward. Yeah, I built one. I'll say I just built one with a 240 in it. I thought it looked okay. I know a couple people were like, man, I don't like it. But here, let me see. Not that one. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Is it newer in this? Oh, here we go. So, here. So that's a recent build we did. This is actually, this is a build that's on the website right now for sale. So this is the Catalyst. It's got a nice little 240 in it. I kind of centered it a little bit more. Sorry, my hands are kind of shaky. I kind of centered it a little bit more so that it wouldn't look super off. But yeah, a 240, it's not ideal, but for looks, for performance, it's perfect. Huge congrats on the YouTube growth. Love to see it. Hey, thank you so much. Dude, YouTube is tough. It took me a long time to really start making headway on my YouTube, for sure. So that's how the pulse looks like from the side. Really see it. A build vid with it. Yeah, it looks solid, dude. It's nice and clean. A little black, a little silver, a little red. It's not bad at all. Me too. I also really like to build them because they're so easy. Like, look at this. We're only an hour and 15 minutes in, and at this point, we're just dawdling because the build's already done. Like, that's how easy it is. It's so quick. You're not going to be at Loot Fest? No. Going to NFG this year at Underground. It's the following weekend. Gotcha. All right, see you later, Mr. Rainbow. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you as always. All right, y'all. That's it. PC's built. We're done. We're gonna actually, speaking of Loot Fest stuff, we're gonna be building a Loot Fest PC. I probably need to try and build it tomorrow, because I got 2 builds to build for Loot Fest. I gotta get everything like done on them. I gotta get games installed on them and test them and make some content on them. So we'll probably be building another PC tomorrow. So I need to work on software on this tonight. All right. Hope y'all have a great rest of your night. 2 $1,000 weekends in a row. Yeah, it's a lot. I spend a lot more than that to come to Loot Fest. Like a lot more. So I need someone to buy those PCs that I'm bringing. I think that case would look great with a 240 mounted on the side intake, then a couple 120s on top. Might be a negative pressure build. That's not the worst thing. There is also mounting underneath. So like you can mount fans down here if you have enough space for it. You can see there's little threaded holes here. So you just bolt straight into that with some 120s. So you could put a couple of 120 fans here, Put the 240 there, put a couple of 120s on top, and then you've got, if not positive pressure, maybe at least equal pressure. Because you could do intake, intake, exhaust, exhaust. It's doable. Should shout out my YouTube more. Oh yeah, sorry. We are live on YouTube as well. But yeah, if you guys want to check out like short form, long form content, YouTube and TikTok are definitely the places to go follow me. Another $50 in fans and you'll be good. That's right. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right, y'all. Hope you all have a great rest of your evening or morning if it's, you know, late into the night or very early in the morning. And yeah, I'm gonna set it in stone. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna build another PC tomorrow. It'll probably be quite a bit earlier because I have stuff going on in the evening, but tomorrow. All right, y'all have a great night. We'll see you on the next one. Binks. Make sure you saw that. All right. Alrighty. Yes, we'll talk soon, Leather. Thank you. Good night. Goodbye, Mean Dean. GG's. Have a good night, Rory. All right, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.